Good morning. Today we are going to slow cook a beef stew. But first, it's time for a coffee. Ugh, wish I was tea. Let's begin. For this recipe, you shall need beef, some carrots, or 3 specifically, some peas. Pretend these are peas because I can't be bothered to go to the supermarket to get some this early in the morning. An onion, specifically with a label on it. A pint of, is this a pint of beer? 550, they've ripped me off again. Just get some ale, and it has to be brown ale. If you like tomato puree or tomato in your stew, get some tomato puree, pepper, mustard, doesn't have to be powdered, 2 stock cubes, which don't get the veggie one, get the beef one. All of your spice cupboard, well, or specifically whatever spices you like in your thing. So I normally like some earthy spices in mine, some parsley, dill, oregano, sage and basil. Let's begin! Now, peel the skin off. Yes, okay, I'll need a mouse, but I can't be bothered. Peel the skin off of this. Peel the skin and dice this off. Obviously don't put the label in, unless you want to. And do your beat last, so you don't use one board. Let's see if I can time lapse this. So by this stage your eyes should be watering from the fresh onions you have just cut. But you can be lazy and use some frozen onions, which I've done before. You just need to make sure it's cooked, obviously. And I'm not making any sense. Let's continue. Ugh, I want a tea. So we are now at the stage where we are starting to add the ingredients. So I normally put in the onions first. So let's switch that on. Put that on low for the moment. And thank you, train. Thank you. Now let's chop up the rest and put them in, including just drain your, well, yeah, just put your peas in with this as well. Now it's time to add your spices. So let's add I'd normally add a spoonful. Oh, I've gone over. No, you know what? Never mind. You know what? Let's do another one for. That's probably about 2. We'll just whack in. Oh. Bit much basil. You know, I really should take the tops of these sodding things off. In fact, I'm going to do that now. I'll be right back. Right, continue. Can't actually see how much I'm putting in through the through this camera because it's nice and sunny. Right, if you don't have a stock cube, you can get some stock pots, which I think you just dissolve in water, so you can just add it to the beer. But by doing this, you get beefy fingers. Right, with your beefy fingers. No, don't get that everywhere. Oh. The bloody thing. I almost forgot the pepper. Disaster. I've got beer everywhere. Oh, damn it. Right then, so put the entire bottle in. So we're going to try and get all those lovely bits in. Now we are ready to put the meat in. I will probably, yes, let's give that a stir. Right, so just need to do the beef. We'll put the beef in. Assuming this is over the beef, we'll then let it slow cook. Right, let's get the beef sorted. So this is how well this is going. Now I completely forgot about tomato puree. Blob. Blob. Right, now we have diced up the beef. I'm just going to stir this through. What we should find is that the liquid is just over the top of the beef. Now, obviously this is on low at the moment. If you was going to cook this for about 4 hours, you would slap this on high. But I'm going to have this on all day, so I'm going to stick this on for, well, I'm going to stick this on low for about 8 hours. But in theory, you can be on a bit longer. It's just that as long as you get the minimum times. So let's just pat that down, not put the camera where the food is. So obviously, I wouldn't do this with chicken. I would normally only do this with beef. So yeah, that's pretty much. It's near the top, but yes, it should be fine. What we'll do now is we'll now put the lid on. Come back in about 2 hours, give it a stir through, and every 2 hours give it a stir through. Be right back. Now it's time to make the dumplings. So for the dumplings you need some suet, sorry. Beef suet I'm using. Self-raising flour, which I will use that, plain flour, and I'll use a pinch of baking soda and a pinch of salt. So I'm not going to make 8 as on the recipe, as I only want a few. So for me, I'm going to use 1 ounce or 25 grams of suet. 25 grams. Use 50 grams of flour. 50 grams of... Get out the bag. 50 grams of flour. And of course I forgot to zero this. Pinch of salt. Now I'm going to put in over. Why do I always show my washing? I'll put in 2 and a bit tablespoons of water. So we'll now mix this until it's into a dough, and then we shall form some dumpling balls. So this should form a dough. I'm not sure if I have enough of the liquid from this. Doesn't seem to be binding for me, so... Right then, so I've used now about 6 teaspoons of water, so this has just flung itself out of the bowl. Thank you. Okay. Literally, all I'm going to do with this is roll it out. I think I'm going to do 3 balls. So I've got 2 hours before this is ready. If I'm honest, slow cooked dumplings, not particularly brilliant, but it's better than frozen ones. If you want a nice dumpling, it's actually better to do your stew in the oven, and normally you can do those stews in about 2 hours, but obviously I'm using the slow cooker today. So then I'm just going to break that up. I'm going to try and roll 3 of these out. My washing machine's going to now beep at me for half an hour. And, oh yes, I need to remove the lid. Right. Now, shut up, I know. So let those get covered, burn your finger, and come back in about 2 hours time, and you'll have some okay dumplings with your stew. Okay. Right, so this has been approximately 8 hours, so I suppose about 60 cups of tea. Let's just get that to the side. You should probably do some mashed potato with this, or just something to soak up the juice. I'm just gonna I'm gonna have this over a few days. So, you know what, let's just give that a bit of a try. Oh, it says try the dumpling. So yeah, the dumpling is just a bit, it's a bit doughy. It's not brilliant in the slow cooker, but it'll do. When it's falling apart, onion is nice. My peas are cooked. They're good if you don't want the ale in it. Just put a tin of tomatoes in instead. And that's fine. Enjoy!